Welcome to Guns Gear Network, everyone. Thank you for tuning in today. I'm going to do another video on the SMAEL Tactical watches that I did a video of back some time ago. It's been pretty popular and a lot of people liked it, but I was going to show you a couple little things. I've got actually a couple more in, and I've done some switching around of some straps and stuff like that. So I just kind of wanted to show you how to change the straps, how to change the battery, things like that. So I've not even taken the case back off of these, but I'm pretty familiar with watches, so I'm going to show you how to do that. But I have changed out the straps for them. So what I did was I took this watch here, which is the one I showed you in that original video, and it actually had the green straps, but it had this white lettering. And then I ordered a black watch, so these black straps came on this one that's all blacked out. So I switched, and I thought it just looked better. And so let me tell you a little what happened. I actually ordered a watch, the black watch, and it came in from that certain vendor not working. So the analog hands worked fine. The digital the digital readout did not work at all. So they just told me to keep the watch and refunded my money. I ordered from another vendor and I got the watch in and it was perfectly fine. So again, you're dealing with a $14 watch, guys, so just keep that in mind. These are not some high-end watch. So make sure you're buying from a reputable vendor with good feedback, so if anything does happen, you at least can get compensated. So let's look at removing the strap first. When you look at this, these right here, these two pins, it looks like they are screws, but they are not. They are actually pins. So I'm going to show you how to remove those first. And you're going to need some type of small precision screwdriver like the one I have here. I actually bought this set, I think, at the Dollar Tree for $1. And I bought it for my kid's little toolkit that he got for Christmas, because he's always needing some type of little screwdriver or something. He's borrowed them from me. Another thing I wanted to mention, I apologize for not getting some videos out. I've been extremely busy with work and just life in general. Just hadn't had time, so I'm trying to get caught up on some videos, and you'll be seeing some more videos here shortly in the next coming days. So what you're going to do is you're going to see this part here. That's right where this piece and the strap joins, and just take your screwdriver and gently put under that and kind of pry up, but not too hard, and you'll notice that the pin is then popped up a little bit. So then you're just going to grab it and pull it up just like that. Let's go to the other side, same thing. Go under here, kind of work it under and kind of push up a little bit till it just gets get it started. Be careful with these, don't lose them, because you'll probably never be able to find one to replace it. Just keep that in mind. And what's going to happen is now this removes. This piece here and this piece together come off. So let's go ahead and remove this one also. Same thing. You're going to go right here along this edge. Stick your screwdriver under there and kind of pry up. Don't pry up hard, because you're actually prying up on the plastic. And then it's just going to expose that just enough for you to get it off. So like I said, be careful not to lose them. Kind of pry up just a little bit. Turn it around, same thing. Because there was some information on the internet, people wasn't sure if you can even change the battery and stuff like that. So we're actually going to look, can we change the battery? And I know we can, so we're just going to look and see. So same thing, it's going to come off. Just remember that at the your long strap, not the one with this, goes at the 6 o'clock position. So just remember that. So now you're going to have the watch head itself, it's called, and then you're going to have 4 case back screws that are real small. Those are Phillips head, and you're going to need a small precision Phillips head screwdriver. So let's take this off and see what it looks like once I get them off. And if I'm blocking part of the camera view, I apologize. But it's pretty simple. Like I said, they're just you're just going to unscrew them like that from the case back. So let's take a look and see what this thing looks like, and maybe we can figure out what kind of button cell battery this is going to call for. So now when you then you can take your flathead screwdriver, and there's probably going to be a gasket under this, so be careful. So just kind of lift up on it. Yep, there's a gasket right there. Yep, so there's your gasket. And from what I can tell, this gasket is greased. So what that means is it has been lubricated with some kind of, usually some kind of silicone spray or grease or something. That helps waterproof it. So once the case back is off, let's see what we got here. It says, after battery replacement, contact AC with using battery tweezers. So let's see what I got going on. Trying not to tear up my watch, but I just wanted to show you guys, for those interested in trying to figure out what and how to replace the battery. So usually you're going to have to remove this little sticker, so just be careful with that. I wouldn't take the sticker all the way off just because, no real need. You can, put it back later. But let's see here. There's a little cover right here. Normally these, let's see, looks like that you're going to need the same screwdriver. It's got a screw that actually holds the battery on. So that's going to be real hard to put back. I'm just going to tell you that. So just be careful of that. So then go in here with this flat screwdriver again and lift up gently without trying to lose any screws or any pieces like that. So, and I'm going to show you probably the easiest way to put that back in. So, what battery goes in the SMAEL Tactical? It is the CR2025 battery. And believe it or not, this is a Maxell battery made in Japan. So probably pretty good quality, to be honest with you. So that's what it looks like. To put this back, the plus goes up and it goes in like that. So here's what I'm going to tell you to do. This teeny screw, and I don't even know how to explain how teeny, but it is real teeny, is your best bet is to probably, it's on kind of a hinge system on this one side here. So right here, hang on a minute. So what I would do is probably kind of get the thing started right there, put your battery in, and then hinge it down. Let me make sure I've got this right here. Yep, so now that I know that's the way it goes, I'm going to pull this back up. I'm going to slide my battery in place like that, and I know that it hinges and then it will hold. So what I would suggest, and matter of fact, they make these screwdrivers in magnetic, but be careful with magnetic because you can damage watches by magnetizing certain things. So what I'm going to do is probably get up here, pull this up just a little bit. Oh, that screw, I don't even know how to explain how small that thing is. It is really, really small. So if you don't feel comfortable doing this, I get it, but really it's not that hard once you figure it out. So what I would do is probably go ahead and put the screw in place so it kind of holds itself. Find your little hinge area for that, and then just push down. And then tighten your screw back up. Just like that. So, and again, I would probably keep this, because it has a little, I don't know what that's for, but it's like a little foam piece. So if I had to guess, that has something to do with trying to keep it, the case back kind of secure. So I'm going to put it back the way I kind of found it, like that. Alright, so what you got to be careful of is this little gasket here. You want to make sure you get it back into place, because if it's not correctly put in, it will not seal and be waterproof. You just kind of work it, make sure it's in the little groove, and there's a little groove, you'll see that all the way around. It shouldn't matter which way you put the case back on. The screw holes should line up either way. So it doesn't matter if you put it this way or this way. So what I normally do is I'll go ahead and push it down kind of where I think it should be, and then I'll look for any gaps or anything. And if I don't see any, then I'll lay the watch back down. I'll go ahead and get my screws. And what you're going to have to do is just kind of gently set them right there. And if I'm not doing this on camera, I apologize, but it's hard to see if you guys can see that. So then what I do is I'll go ahead and put that screw kind of tight so it don't move around. And if you look, it jacks up one end. There's a gap right here now. So then what I'll do is go ahead to the opposite corner. But again, I didn't tighten the other one real tight because I want enough play in this just in case I need to make an adjustment to make sure the holes line up. Like that. Again, same thing. Go up here at the top. And doing this left-handed is not easy. I'm not a left-handed person, but I'm trying to do it where you can see it on camera. Alright, so what you want to do now is check function to make sure everything is working, and it is currently running just fine. So I didn't move the movement or anything, so that shouldn't affect it. I just want to make sure that the battery was in correctly and seated correctly. So let's go ahead and put the strap back on. Remember, the long part of the strap goes on the bottom here. So what you're going to do is just work it back on like that. Take your pin and put it in the hole there like that, and simply just push down. You can take your screwdriver and push in to make sure it's seated. Same thing, get it started. You can push it down. If it don't go in easy, that means you need to adjust. Just kind of wiggle the strap around and it should find the hole that goes in there. Same thing with this side. Just make sure that it's lined up and it works on like that. Find your hole like that. See, it's not going in easy, so I had to wiggle it, and now it goes in just fine. And then just push it down in there like that. Make sure they're all pushed in. Well, there you go, guys. That is how you change the straps and change the battery in a SMAEL Tactical Watch. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope that was helpful to you. Just kind of giving you a little more information on the SMAEL. watch that we did a review on that's been pretty popular here on YouTube, and that'll give you a little more information about them and what you can do for yourself. But yeah, you can mix and match the straps pretty easy. Again, I think this blacked out version without the white looks better for the green. I picked up these little liquid filled button compasses. I think look pretty neat on the watch. Doesn't add a whole lot of bulk, and looks pretty nice. So anyway, guys, if you got any questions, you can post those below. If you like our videos, give us a thumbs up down there in that section. Also down in that section is the share button. Share content. That helps us get the word out about Guns and Gear Network, and that's always greatly appreciated. As always, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Bring another video shortly. Have a great day.